Alright guys, so I just received my new brake flaring toolkit. Let's see if it's any good. It's by Vevor. I ordered it off, don't you know it, TEMU. Let's see if it's any good. Didn't take that long to get here neither. I've only been waiting for like 4 or 5 days. First impressions is everything to me. Right off the bat, looks like we got a neat little carrying case. Cool. Nothing else in the box. Vevor, I don't know how you pronounce it. V-E-V-O-R. Looks pretty good. So this is what we see as soon as we open up our box here. As you can see, it has got a ton of dies. It's 5/16, ½ inch. What we got here? 3/8, 4mm, 1/4 inch, 3/8. We got a lot. 6mm, 8mm, 10mm, 3/16. I mean, it's awesome, fellas. As far as knowing how to use it, couldn't tell you. Don't know. We're gonna figure it out though. Might be figuring it out together. I mean, first impressions though, it don't look too bad. Looks like we got a tube cutter, a little brake line cutter. I don't know what this is. Don't know. I'll go find a piece of brake line. Ooh, it even has a deburring tool. Heck yeah. I always wanted one of these things. I used to have one when I worked in the machine shop. Go in there and clean out your burrs. I like it. Let go back in there. Well, shoot. How'd it go in there, fellas? Now. Go back in there. Oh, well. I'm going to go find us a piece of brake line. Let's see if we can make a flare real quick. Okay, so I found us a piece of just standard old 3/16 brake line. I don't know if you can see that or not. First thing we're going to try is we're going to see if our little cutter's any good. So we're going to cut the end off this bad boy. We've already got a flare on it. That's a factory flare. This comes from the parts store. We want to make our own flare. These old cars, they use just a standard old double flare 3/16 line. These old Mustangs that I build. So that's mainly what we'll be using. But every once in a while, I'll need a bubble flare. Because I'll go from like just a standard double flare. And then usually I'll have like an 8.8 out of like a later model Mustang. And the brake lines on them use a bubble flare. So this will allow me to do both. Hopefully this kit will allow me to do both. And I have never used one of these in my entire life, so. Oh yeah, that little cutter works great, fellas. Alright. And keep in mind, I didn't pay much for this. I think I might have paid, I'll have to go back and look. But this is unheard of cheap. So if it works, I'll be highly impressed. So, I'm guessing we need to find the 3/16. Inverted. I want to say it's probably this one. Yep. Okay. So it must be this one. So what do we do? Do we put this in here? Is that what we do? I don't have no idea. We're learning together, fellas. And do we need a 3/16? That says 3/8. That says 1/4 45. 1/4 45. Oh my! Let's see here. This says 4mm. Turn them more out, you can see what they are here. 10mm. 3/16 45 inverted. So that must be, oh, we forgot a step. But I don't think this will go in a 3/16 line. Nope, it won't. So the tube is supposed to protrude through it quite a bit. So I need to bring it on down. Man, that's a lot though. I mean, really? That seems like that's too much. Yeah, that's got to be too much. We're gonna try it anyway though. I'm pretty sure that ain't gonna work though. According to the instructions, the tube should be flush with this, but ain't no way. The little hydraulic pump is working pretty good though. For how long? What'd I do that for? I don't think that did anything. Hey, I think I made a flare. Boogered up the line a little bit though, looks like. Uh-oh. Is that not gonna come out there? Hey, we made a double flare. Heck yeah. Wait a minute, that looks like a bubble flare. That's a bubble flare. Oh, I did something wrong, Gina. I mean, is there a 3/16? I mean, that just looks like a bubble flare to me. Y'all see that? Does that not just look like a regular old bubble flare to you? Yeah, it does to me too. I mean, I guess it'd be great if we was going for a bubble flare. Oh. 6mm. Where's our double flare? What is this thing? We're learning together, fellas. We're learning together. I ain't got it. Ooh, I bet I was supposed to do that. Well, maybe you're supposed to make the double flare first, and then you're supposed to use this thingamajigger. You reckon? I'm gonna turn that around. Okay. Let's try that again, and let's use the pointy thing. Okay, so we got that part done now. So maybe we just go from a bubble flare, and then you can change it to just a regular old double flare. Right? I don't know. Tighten this joker back up in here. Okay. Now let's take this thing out. It's got to be better than what I'm used to using, right? So I'm thinking maybe I put this thing in here now. I don't know. Can y'all tell I don't know what I'm doing? We're learning together on this one. Let's line that point up with that, maybe. And then hammer down. It's got to do something. Yeah, I don't think that's working. I think all that did was open the tube up. Yep, that no worky. Okay, so I'm thinking you just make a regular old flare without putting a double. No, it worked. I think it worked. Yeah, it worked. Oh, we got us a flaring tool. Wow, looky there. That made the prettiest little double flare. So I guess to start with, it makes like a bubble flare. And then you put your other little thing in there, and it makes you like a regular old, just a regular old flare. Shoot, that's cool right there. I like that. That'll work. I'm impressed. As cheap as this kit was, I'm impressed. This will be the main one that I use, because if it'll make a double flare or a bubble flare and then a regular flare with just this one die, that's all I'll be using. For the money, can't beat it. That full tool right there, that'll be all I'll be using. Shoot, I'm excited. I don't know what this is for. What is that for? Oh. Don't know, fellas. I'm gonna have to do a little research on it. That's all. I don't even know why you would even need a cone-shaped adapter. Oh, it's to make those kind of... Ooh. So that's what it's for. It's to make those. So now I can make my own dipstick tubes. Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited, fellers. Any dipstick tube I ever buy it don't work, and I have to cut it down to make it work. So now I can make my own dipstick tubes. Cool. I'm excited. Hopefully now we won't have no leaky brake lines. I'm not positive on this, but I believe I got this entire kit off of TEMU for, I think it was $83. Don't hold me to it, but I believe I got this for 83 bucks. The cheapest version of this that I could find was at my local Harbor Freight, I believe. And fellers, it's high. I mean, you better be ready to spend a few bills on it, because they're high. If you get one from Eastwood, they're high too. They're really nice, but I thought, I've never had one of these before. I've never used one of these before. How bad could it be to, just to try one off of TEMU? And it's a vevor brand. It's the same brand as my transmission jack, and the transmission jack works really good. The only complaint that I have with my transmission jack, and I can't even tell you where it's at. Maybe somebody stole it. Maybe they done me a favor and stole it, because it takes up a lot of space. Go in here and see. Oh, it's over here. So the only complaint that I have with this transmission jack, and I mean, it ain't nothing major, is, she's dark in here. I don't know why it's so dark in the shop, but the top plate, see that? Got a lot of slop in her, boys. Rained in. Here come a flood. But I'm happy with our little kit. If you want one just like this one, right here's your model number. Go to download your, go ahead and just download the app, the TEMU app, and get this kit. And I'm sure you could probably just go to the vevor website and get it off their website. I've got them both on my phone. I just went ahead and downloaded them both, but it's cheaper if you get it off TEMU. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe somebody was on the fence about getting this kit off of that website. I just showed you. It made a great bubble flare. It made a great regular, just double flare. I'm happy with it. I'm impressed with it. Maybe I helped somebody go ahead and make their decision. Till next time, guys.